And you actually recently wrote about this. You talked about how people will often get wowed when they type in something here. We've just typed in create a simple CRM and it's created something that looks pretty good. Why is this slop and how do we avoid it?
So, at first, when you first start using AI prototyping tools, of course you get enamored with something like this. Because you look at this and all you typed in was, hey, create me a CRM application that lets me track my opportunities, my contacts, and my companies. And with such a simple prompt, you ultimately get kind of an incredible output, right? The reality is this is a fully functioning mini app. I can go click on contacts, I can click on opportunities, I can actually go and actually add new items. And this is all from such a simple prompt. And so I get it why people first love this. Now, here's the reality. When we really dig into this and we look at it, first, it has very generic styling. Frankly, it almost looks like a wireframe. It doesn't have the design sense that any product I would ever build has, right? So I would never ship this in the way that it looks. And so that's the first challenge. Second, it's kind of very generic. Yes, it looks like every other CRM application. I can't launch into the market a new CRM application that looks like every other CRM application. I need to differentiate. How am I going to win against incumbents if I just launch with something that looks exactly like every other CRM application, right? And so there it falls apart. And finally, it sort of implements these very basic scenarios, like, okay, add a contact and whatnot. It created a dashboard, but is this really the view that we realize based on understanding our customer needs that they need to be productive on a day-to-day basis? And so when you look at it, it's magical that we used AI to produce this in just a couple of minutes, but it still is AI slop. Because we could never ship this. This would never be considered high craft work. And so I think that's where we need to get beyond to do this. Now, it turns out AI tools are usable to create high quality work, but we have to learn how to use them well.
Today's episode is brought to you by Reforge. You know that feeling when you try to prototype something with AI and it spits out something completely generic? The problem is that most AI app builders aren't built for product teams, for product managers like me and you. They're built for founders who are starting from scratch. But product teams aren't building from zero. You have an existing product, real customers, design guidelines. Reforge's new product, Reforge Build, generates prototypes that reflect your real pricing tiers, real features, real customer language, not generic placeholder. So stop fighting tools built for founders. Start using a tool purpose-built for product managers to AI prototype well in the way that we're teaching this episode with Todd. Try it for free at reforge.com/Akash. That's reforge.com/AAKASH and use the code BUILD for 1 free month of premium. I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.